Everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome. I am here to do a monthly favorites, and I feel like I have a lot to talk about because I did not do a monthly favorites last month. Instead, I did my September face because I basically did the same thing over and over. And this month I have quite a few, some new, some not new favorites. I wanted to include skincare, but honestly it would just be too long, so I think I'm gonna do a separate video in November with my current skincare favorites, because some of y'all may not care about skincare and some of y'all may only care about skincare. And then as far as fragrances go, I do have two kind of fragrance products, but the majority of my favorites are basically the fall favorite scents that I posted this month. So if you want to know what I'm loving this month and this season, definitely go check that out. Oh me, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with Complexion. I have three foundations / tints that I really rotated through the most in the month of October, and even going back to September. This one goes back to September. The LYS foundation stick. It's what I have on today, and quite honestly, I can say with 100% surety that this is my favorite foundation stick. I even love it more than my Lancome, which, if you know how I feel about that one, I didn't think that was going to ever be topped. But this one is just absolutely beautiful. I only have that much left. I have been using this just non-stop. It's so easy. You can blend it out with your fingers, honestly. It's so forgiving to work with. I love it. I'm in the shade MN3, and again, it's what I have on today. The other two Complexion products that I have been using the most is the Victoria Beckham foundation drops, and this is because I purchased them in October and I did a full review. So I wore this for at least 8 or 9 days in a row in the month of October. If you haven't seen that review, I'll put it up in a card so you can go see my thoughts on that. And then the Make Beauty Diffusion Dew Radiant Skin Tint. I wore this one a lot as well. I have done videos using this. I've talked about it before, and honestly, I just opened my drawer and I was like, you know what? I need to give some love to this. And when I started using again, I didn't really want to stop. So these three are the Complexion products that I use the most. This one has the highest coverage. Then you go to the Victoria Beckham for coverage, and then you go to the Make Beauty as a more sheer to light coverage with the most luminosity. As far as concealers, I don't have this concealer on today, and that is because I'm trying out the new LYS concealer. But the Make Beauty concealer, they sent me over a couple of products and they put this in it as well. And I have had this, so this is not my first time using it by any means. But again, it was kind of that, oh, remind me I have it. I'm gonna start using it again, and I really like it. This is not a high coverage concealer by any means. It is more of a light coverage. It's a little bit more than sheer, but it's not medium and it's definitely not full. But I find that because of the light coverage and the super lightweight consistency of this, it wears beautifully under the eyes. I went back and watched my first video using this so that I could see what I said about it then, if I still felt the same way. And one of the first things I said after I applied it was that you can truly not feel this on the skin. And that still holds true today. It is incredibly lightweight and you just don't feel like you're wearing anything, but it does give you some coverage. I'm not gonna go into every single category like bronzer and highlight and all of that, but I am going to talk about the Guerlain Meteorites from their holiday collection. I did a full video on the Guerlain holiday collection, and this is by far my favorite product of that whole collection. And I have been loving this as a setting powder. In the past, I have used the Meteorites mostly as a buffing powder or a finishing powder at the very end of my routine. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it as a setting powder and see how it works. And it is just gorgeous. I used it over the Guerlain Terracotta tint in that video, and after I filmed that video, I have been using it over all kinds of foundations, and it works just as good over everything else that I've tried it with than it does over the Guerlain. It's a very pretty skin-like finish. I will say that when I was putting some lipstick on in the car one day when I had this on and I was directly in the sunlight, you could see some shininess on my face. But that was only in the sun, and when I came home and looked in like my 10 times mirror, I couldn't see it. So it's there, but it's only evident when the sun is like shining right in your face. So that doesn't bother me at all. It's just so pretty on the skin. And the packaging. I love the packaging. I'm not really a sucker for packaging, but I appreciate some good packaging. Let's talk about blush. I really rotated through two blushes. One color within a formula and then another multiple colors within a formula. The one I have on today is the Jane Iredale Color Luxe Liquid Blush. This is in the shade Wild Child, which is my favorite of the bunch. I again will put a card up for the video I did on all of these where I swatched them and talked about them. It's what I have on my face today. I do not have a highlighter on. I do not need a highlighter when I'm wearing these because it serves the purpose of both color for the face in the form of a blush and highlight in the form of luminosity. I have tried all of them but the darkest brown color. Someone had asked me how I liked the purple. I tried it. It was very pretty, but Wild Child is probably still my favorite. Really perfect for travel. In fact, I am already thinking about a trip I'm taking in April where I'm going to be gone for 10 days, and I really want to be the most minimalist of minimalist. I want to be even more minimal than I was the last time I went on this trip. And this would be perfect because it's so tiny, and it would be blush and highlighter, and you've got 2 steps, and I wouldn't even take more than 1 color. Like minimal. The other blush that I used a lot, not only as blush, but also as eyeshadow, which is another great travel tip, is the RMS blush in Crystal Slipper. It is no secret how much I love these RMS blushes. I think I have every color at this point. Crystal Slipper is one that I really, really wanted. I think it was an additional color. Like they launched the line and then maybe even a year later, they added a couple more colors, and this is one of them. And when I first saw it online, I was like, that might not show up. And it is a very light blush on me, but it still shows up. And it shows up as a very, very pretty muted nude pink shade. It is not peachy on me, maybe like a little peachy, but it might, translate more peachy on other skin tones. It's really, I feel like something that's going to work a little bit differently on everybody, but it is so pretty. The formulation is so forgiving, which I've talked about endlessly. And again, it makes a beautiful eyeshadow. Speaking of eyeshadows, I made an Instagram post, I don't know, last week about a 20% off sale at Credo. If you are on Instagram and don't follow me, I do try when there's sales places where I am taking part of it myself, or if they have something for sale that I have and love and want to share it with y'all, I try to share it on my stories. And that's what happened with these Gen C eyeshadows. A friend of mine texted me and asked me if I had tried these and said she really thought that I would like them. So of course I had to get some. And I do like them so much that I ordered 2 more during the Credo sale. They're not here yet, but I can't wait to get them because these are very, very good. The 2 colors I have a matte and a shimmer because they do have both finishes. I always want to look at this and say this is called beef. It is not called beef. It is called reef. But it looks like that to my aging eyes as I read it. And this is described as a peach online, and to me, it is more of a pink for sure. It is a matte rosy pink, but it is so beautiful and so easy to wear. So how I've been wearing this, I don't know what video it was that I wore this in, but I had this all over my eyes. I blended it up into my crease, and then I just kind of tapped an illuminator, or actually I think I tapped one of the Chantecaille liquid shadows, which I also really like, on top just to give it a little bit of a sheen. It's so pretty. It's pretty by itself. It's pretty layered with other things. This one though, this is what I have on my eyes today. I have worn this particular eye look for probably the past 5 days. And this is in the shade Desert Highway. I need my glasses. This is described on the website as dirty gold, like an antique gold, which I thought it was gonna be, and I guess it could be. In fact, right now, when I swatch it on my hand, it looks like that, but when I use it on my eyes, it looks more green, which I love. I mean, I prefer that, honestly, but look at how pretty. It's just very shiny, very easy to blend out. Again, it's what I have on my eyelid today with just a little bit of shadow in the crease and an eyeliner that I'm about to talk about. Very, very good. Also from Gen C, I want to say Gen Z. Gen C is their Cruise Liner eye pencil. Now, I'm going to say this is not like the best eye pencil formula ever. And it's not even the only one in this color that I have, but I have been wearing it a lot this month, so I wanted to include it. And it's in the shade Miami, and it's this beautiful teal green shade. Just give me all the green. That's all I want. All the green. And this is really pretty. Again, I have a lot in a green like this. Make Beauty has a green, like it's not as teal as this one. Trying to see, probably the closest thing I have, let me swatch them next to each other. Yeah, the closest thing I have is Minted from MAC. So that is Minted right there. And then that is Miami. Very, very similar. So you definitely don't need both. But these are probably the only two that I have in that tone of green. A lot of other greens I have are more either olive or forest or hunter green. And these two are definitely more teal, which is fun to just add that little pop of color on your lash line. All right, finally for makeup. Clarence sent these over a while ago and I kind of set them off to the side and didn't use them. And then I needed something real quick, picked them up, and I was like, oh, wow, I really like these. These are the Clarins Lip Perfectors. So they sent over these 3 shades. Honestly, I haven't even swatched these next to each other. I do have on number 1, which is Rose Shimmer. So that's Rose Shimmer. It's definitely the least pigmented of the bunch. Then in the middle there is number 7, which they don't have a name on the tube. I'm only finding some names online. And then this one is number 6. So it's more of like a brown nude, which I had on in one of my last videos. They're just extremely comfortable. They don't give a ton of pigment on the lips, which is totally fine with me. That's my preference. And they're super hydrating. Again, I have to have something on my lips at all time. I have lip balms everywhere that I am in life. My car, multiple rooms in my house, my purse, on my laptop. Like I literally have one that sits on my laptop so that I can always have something on my lips. And these are a great addition. I really, really want to try a Clarins foundation. So if you have tried one from them, let me know what your favorite one is. It's the color matching that I'm having a hard time with. But that is on my kind of wish list of things to try. Okay, I know this has been a long video, so I'm going to try and go a little bit fast through these next 3 products, which kind of fit in a fragrance category, but 2 of them are more body care and 1 of them is a diffuser. Let's talk about body care. I added this on a whim to my Ulta cart. I was using my points and I thought, you know what? I want to try this because it sounds amazing. This is the Chai Épicé. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is the body oil from Le Monde Gourmand, and épicé basically means spicy, so chai spice. Oh my word, this smells so good. It smells divine. I have been mixing it with my La Roche-Posay Urea body lotion because that doesn't have a scent to it. I mean, it doesn't smell like a chai spice latte, but it does smell like this time of year. It's very fall/holidays. It's sweet, it's spicy, it is glorious. And I do find that it lasts a while, even mixed with the body lotion. I can still smell it a couple hours later, which I love. So I've never smelled anything else from this line, and I certainly haven't smelled any other body oil, so I can't talk about that, but this particular scent, so good. This is technically, I mean, this is a body mist or body spray. So this is not something that's going to last a long time on the skin. And it doesn't, quite honestly, it doesn't at all. I maybe get like an hour out of this, but it's something I will spray on if I don't use like that body oil or anything else that has fragrance to it after a shower. I'll kind of spray this all over. It's so refreshing and so good. This is from Salt and Stone. They sent me over 2 packages. The first one they sent over had the, what was it? Santal and Vetiver, which I love and reminds me a lot of Gris Charnel from BDK in a body spray version. And at that point I was like, yeah, this is my favorite. Well, I hadn't smelled all of them yet. And then they sent me over a second package and I smelled saffron and cedar, and this is my favorite. It's saffron, neroli, jasmine, oak moss, surf wax, sugarcane, and cedarwood. So it's like a salty, sweet cedar. It smells so good. Oh my word. I would love this in like an actual perfume or an extrait of perfume. I would buy it in a heartbeat. So if you like a body mist, if you like just really dousing yourself in something, knowing you're not going to be overwhelming, but maybe don't want it to last that long, highly recommend. This was sent to me over by a company called Hotel Lobby. And they make candles and home fragrance and diffusers. And they sent me a candle, and I think it's just called the Holiday Candle. No, it's called the Fifth Avenue Candle, which is amber, caramelized pralines, oud, Central Park cherry blossoms, and sheer smoke. It smells divine. This though, this is phenomenal. This is the diffuser in the shade. Oh, this one's Holiday. I knew I had seen Holiday somewhere. In the scent Holiday. First of all, the packaging is very pretty. It's gonna match basically anything in your house. You can put it anywhere. This reminds me of Christmas so much, and I love every bit of it. It's evergreen and pine and balsam fir, winter snow. It basically smells like you are in a Christmas tree farm. And everywhere you turn, you smell nothing but Christmas trees and the almost coldness of them. It just smells exactly like that. I put it on the kind of end table closest to my spot on the couch, and I can smell it so well. It's not something I can smell when I walk in my house, but to me, that's not what diffusers are for. These are they're a little bit pricey. They're $74. It says they will last 2 to 3 months. I definitely am going to see how long they last. I think it's perfect that I got this now so that it will last through the holidays. It is a refillable bottle, so you can buy the refill and more Reed diffusers for $60. I honestly am gonna look into their other scents because I want more of these. The throw of the scent when you're sitting next to it is divine. So I had to talk about that. And that's it, y'all. I'm sorry. If you stuck it with me this long, good on you. Because I feel like I haven't had a favorites that has been this long in a very long time. So that's what I get for skipping a month. I will have everything I talked about listed down below per usual. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video, and I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.